What's something people boast about but you're totally unimpressed by? Sleep deprivation and long work hours. About how much alcohol they can consume. Driving an expensive car. I can take out a loan too, asshole. Family money and amp status. What did you do that you're proud of? Lol, when I was in school I was so bad I made 3 teachers cry. Quit. Okay, congratulations on being an asshole. When somebody starts telling you how honest and trustworthy they are, you can bet they're not. Being famous, knowing famous people or being related to a famous person. It's a person. IQ. Weird how the people who boast about having high IQs seem like dumber people. Rocket scientists. Brad Pitt. Cars. People who think they're Elvis or something. That don't impress me much. The amount of drugs or alcohol they consume. I like a drink on a Friday or Saturday, but I don't sit there counting how many I had. I'm always kind to the waiter, waitress's. Basic human decency is not a point in your karma chart. It's an expectation. Being an old soul, or being out of touch with their generation. Listening to top 40 classic rock and thinking that getting milkshakes at a diner is the ideal date doesn't make you some super transcendent and unique individual. And it certainly doesn't make you inherently better than anyone. That they don't read books, why is it a point of pride? How many parking fines, speeding tickets they've got? WTF. Pretty much everything. I've never heard anyone actually brag about anything and thought, man, that guy is cool. If anything, it's just confirmed that he's a self-important asshole. How smart they are. No, they are never as smart as they think they are. Ignorance of basic math, that I know so many people who are proud of this baffles me. CrossFit. Mother of God, I don't care how many times you deadlifted 10,000 PDS in 10 seconds. With poor form probably. Also, I don't care if you do paleo or are a vegan. Probably when people expect a standing ovation for getting pregnant, having a child. Expensive clothing. No one is against quality clothing, but don't make such a huge deal out of it. A Gucci cap is still just a cap. I don't get it. Getting laid. We get it, dude. You put your dick in a chick, guy. We're all gonna do it sometime now or later. Cars, shiny things, etc. I've seen so many people buy new cars when I know they can't afford it at all. Living in a popular state, area. Growing up, living in California doesn't make you any higher class than someone who grows up in North Dakota. How tired or stressed or overworked they are. Dude, it's not a competition to be the most miserable. Get some help before you stop functioning. Said this another post yesterday, how little sleep they need to function on a daily basis. I love sleeping. I never get enough sleep because of work, children, life, and just because you've had 3 hours sleep. Went to the gym and feel surprisingly fresh. In the office you aren't special, Dave. Also, bloody Dave again. I don't care how many women you've had sex with. I've seen you on work nights out. The bar has always been set pretty damn low regarding who you'll go home with at the end. Having the latest cell phone. Yeah, that's great that you have the latest iPhone. Now how much do you have to pay off on it? It isn't impressive that you signed a contract to afford something that you'll be replacing in a year when your ego-stroking session starts to fade as it does yearly. I'm a teacher. Some of the parents at school like to boast about their children's achievements. Straight A's, international competitions, etc. But knowing the stress and pressure students experience for those achievements appalls me. Expensive accessories or clothes. If you're wealthy enough to just be buying that stuff, it doesn't matter and you don't point it out. If you're bragging about your Coach bag and your $200 trillion shirt, I know you're spending money on pointless shit that you should be spending elsewhere. I went to a convention where an attendee managed to get to the mic in every panel. She lead every question with, "I'm an Army veteran," then she would pause for the panelist to thank her for her service and for the audience to politely applaud before she asked her question. Obviously the convention and her question were completely unrelated to her former job in the armed services. How many people they've fucked, are currently fucking, though I admit I may be impressed from a logistics standpoint. For example, I used to have a friend that had a full-time girlfriend and 2 side chicks at the same time. The effortlessness with which he lied to all 3 of them was as impressive as it was unsettling. And I know a girl who has fucked 4 different men in one day. Not at the same time, on 4 different occasions. Again, both unsettling and slightly impressive for me. Not being interested in politics, pop culture, traveling, fashion, books, social media, whatever, that's just a choice people with different interests and tastes make, and not an achievement. Being gay, like this is coming from an LGBT+ youth that frequents Tumblr. I don't care. Half the bloody platform is fucking gay and they don't mind touting it as a suit of armor against. Criticize monsieur. I get that pride is an event and a feeling is a thing. But people boast it like they're by nature better people than the cishetes, and don't mind calling you a straight T if you disagree. Or aren't gay enough for theme monsieur. Just like someone being born with a high metabolism. You're not inherently better for being born to be butch.